Hey, it's me, Q from Blerd, and I'm here to talk to you about my weekend at Anime Week in Atlanta. What is up, guys? We are back with another Artist Alley video, and today we are getting prepared for Anime Week in Atlanta. And unfortunately for this con, they said we can't have any of our unlicensed anime merch, so that means no plaques, no bento boxes, no cups. So we had to do something new. We made original artwork, as you can see right here, and that's what we decided to go with. But also, another cool thing that we actually got to do that I'm really proud of. I've been working on a comic all year since the beginning of the year, and right here you guys are about to witness the unboxing of my comic. I was so excited and so hyped. Look at it. It's called The Follow Incident. If you guys want to buy it, the link is going to be below. But yes, let's get back to the vlog. So we left at 5 a.m. to go to the con on Wednesday, the day before the con, so we can have everything set up and have everything just organized way beforehand and not doing everything last second like we usually do. And then we arrived in Georgia around 11 o'clock. It was nice. Georgia looks beautiful. It's amazing. But once we got into the World Congress Center, which it was being held at, we quickly went and tried to find where our booth was. It took a little bit to find where our booth was because this convention hall was gigantic. Like, it was really, really big. And we finally found that we were in row 500 and we found our booth. As soon as we got to the booth, I immediately started pulling out the cage grids and setting up the design of this booth. It's going to be a little different from the other ones just due to we don't have everything that we had at the previous conventions, such as our cups or our plaques, and that made everything a little more easy, but also more difficult just due to where the placements of the new stuff is going to be. But it all turned out well, it all turned out good, and ladies and gentlemen, this is my booth. As you can see, this is just the skeleton of the booth, and it's okay because if you put stuff out early and then cover it up, there might be a slight chance of thievery. So, you know, we don't do that. You put it on the day of, which on this occasion is Thursday. But I love how it turned out. This was great. This was amazing. And after we were done, we left. This display took around 3 to 4 hours to make, and it was better to do it the day before than the day of, especially with the crowd that we got on the day of. Once I got to my booth, I made sure that all my items that I was selling was able to be displayed and ready to sell. I had my hoodies, as you can see here. I had bento boxes, prints. I even had catalogs for people to see my other stuff. But y'all see for yourselves, here is my booth. As you can see, I made some hoodie merch for my comic, The Follow Incident, along with prints, and I even made a bento box merch for my comic as well. I also made some generic bento box covers that were also cool. I brought our catalog so people can see what we actually make, and also, of course, I was selling mystery bags and my comic book as well. And that's mainly the main things that we were selling at the con. Now, to my surprise, waiting outside of the vendor hall was this ginormous line of cosplayers and anime lovers and just nerds in general, but like, this line spanned all the way till downstairs, and I was ready. I was hyped. However, they weren't really hype about my stuff, especially on day one. I barely had any customers at all on day one, and it was very defeating, but it was okay. I kept my head up and I tried my best to, figure out what's the problem and try to do better on the other days. But this day just was not my day. People, as you can see, were just walking by and not giving a second glance at my booth at all. So just chop it up to it's a learning experience. And that is a wrap for Thursday. Was it the best? No. But as I said before, it's a learning experience, and you will definitely have down days like this. Thursdays are typically not good at all, so it's all right. We'll just pray that Friday is a lot better. But after the con, I got to see one of my friends' concerts, and here's a quick little snippet of that. So we arrived at the convention center around 9 or 9:15, and as you can see, there was a line already on a Friday, and there was some problems at the booth. I'll let myself explain. So guys, we had a problem this morning. Yeah, the sign fell, but luckily my neighbor was nice enough to give us zip ties to have it up there, so that's good. That's good. Everything looks good. The con's about to start, so let's get it. Day 2. Let's hope we do better than yesterday by a lot. All right, let's go. And this is my booth in total. It's basically the same as yesterday. We just don't have our mystery bags up. We didn't sell a lot yesterday, so we're hoping that today on Friday is a lot better. So stay tuned to see what happens. So yeah, Friday was exactly like Thursday. I made a little, and I mean a little, more money than I did on Thursday, but it was pretty much the exact same. And did it hurt? Of course it did, but it's understandable. Thursday and Fridays are work days for people, and a lot of people are coming right after work, and they don't really want to spend money. They kind of want to look around. So that's why you kind of look for Saturday and Sunday for your big sales. It's a learning experience, and that's okay. So don't get defeated if this happens to you. As I keep telling you, Saturday and Sundays are your money-making days. So since there wasn't a lot of sales for the last 30 minutes of the convention, I decided to walk around. But as you can see, there was a lot of people there. It was just more lookers than buyers, and that will happen. So it was okay. But as the con started wrapping up, I quickly put my tarp over my booth and put everything away, and I got ready for the night because I went to the trap sushi party. The party was alright. I can only stay for like 2 or 3 hours because I'm a vendor and it's not wise for us to stay up late. But tomorrow's Saturday, big day. Let's see how we do. Stay tuned. Okay guys, it is day 3. This is supposed to be the big day. It is Saturday. Past 2 days have not been good at all. At all. So we're just hoping that today is going to be better. And yeah, let's go set up this booth. And that's exactly what I did. I started to immediately set up the booth. I was kind of excited for today because I'm like, it must be better than the other days, and I just got to make sure that I have everything looking right, looking nice, and have people looking at my booth. And I felt like, today might just be a better day. And here you go. Here is my booth. As you can see, I did not add a lot. I just added more bento boxes to the display to make it look a little more full. I have my stickers and my charms out and everything else like that, but besides that, it's pretty much the same. And as you can see, on Saturday, it was packed with a whole bunch of customers. Unfortunately, not a lot of them were coming to my booth because a lot of them were looking for anime merch, and I couldn't bring mine due to no licensing. But for some reason, everyone else had no licensing and was able to bring theirs. And that was one of the really big problems of the con that really was conflicting. But I did get to see some con friends. So the con ended around 6, and we did better than the other previous 2 days, but that's not saying a lot. And honestly, we wish we could sell what we want to sell, but we can't, and that's really affecting our sales. But let's just hope that Sunday is a lot better for us. So the last day, we were kind of late to the convention center, and that was just due to we had to check out from the place that we were staying. But here's me explaining a little more.
Hey guys, I'm late to the convention center today, and it's mainly due to we had to check out, and it took a little longer than expected, but we're here with like 6 minutes to spare.
So I quickly got all the cloth off the booth, and voila, here is my booth in all its glory. I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. I actually brought my anime wood art that was unlicensed to the convention center, and that was just to show people what we actually make. But what I didn't know is that the sponsor for the con, Crunchyroll, pulled out of the con a few days beforehand, and that's why everyone else had their unlicensed anime merch out. And I felt like that was very unfair because I could have been selling my stuff all throughout the con and would have been okay. But I decided on the last day, I'm gonna sell my stuff, and I did fantastic. I did amazing, and that's what really helped my con experience. So unfortunately, we did not get to get a lot of footage from Sunday just due to the amount of sales we had. Nearly all my wood plaques were sold on Sunday, so that's okay. But at the end of the con, we were packing up and getting ready to go. Here's me for some more.
All right, guys, so we're leaving. Let's get to going. This was interesting, but hey, stay tuned for the con review.
It's time for the con review.
Hey guys, it's time for everyone's favorite part of the video, the con review.
This review is based off my own experience at the con. Other people might have had other experiences, but this one was mine. Thank you.
Alright guys, let's get it started. We are going to start off with attendance, and attendance is going to be a 20 out of 20. That place was packed. Like, there was a lot, and I mean a lot of people there. There was people that I didn't even know were there that were there, and I'm like, wow, when I saw how many people were at the convention center at one time. So yeah, 20 out of 20. Next, we're going to move to staff, and they get a 6 out of 20 for me. And that's only because I wish I would have known Crunchyroll was not going to be there, because that greatly affected my sales, because they just didn't care who and what was up. And that was really confusing to me because, you know, I thought I was going to get punished if I had my unlicensed anime merch out, but everyone else had that out, so they definitely get a 6 out of 20 just for that. Next, we're going to go to artists and vendors, and y'all already know that's a 20 out of 20 off road. Unfortunately, a lot of the vendors were having the same problem as me with not making a lot of money at the con, and I feel like that's due to they had a vast variety of people at the con, so a lot of people were like, you know, not able to get to each and every booth, or they just didn't have enough money for every other person. So I do feel sorry for a lot of the vendors on that behalf, but I know that they'll probably bounce back in the New Year's, so that's what I'm hoping for them. So next on the list is customers, and they get a 6 out of 20. They were only looking for fan art. They were only looking for anime merch, and they weren't looking for anything like my original art. And the people who did, I appreciate you. Thank you for taking a chance on my original artwork. This is the first time I ever did that at a con, and I was extremely nervous, but for those people who did buy from me, I appreciate you so much. And it's kind of proven that they were looking for anime merch, because once I did put my unlicensed anime wood art out, it nearly sold out on Sunday. Like, I think I only had like one thing left, and that was like a Jack Skeleton skull. But yeah, I think that's a well-deserved 6 out of 20. And finally, we come to sales, which is a 8 out of 20. And this is just due to how Sunday kind of boosted everything up. I made more on Sunday than the other 3 days combined, just because I had my anime wood art out. So I think that is a testament of how a lot of people there kind of just want anime merch or fan art over just original art in general. I'm just gonna die on that hill, guys. I'm gonna die on that hill. That gives us a grand total of 60, which is a D- con. Unfortunately, this is the second D- con in a row, but this was a giant learning experience, especially for a con this big and knowing the rules now when coming to this convention. I learned that I have to definitely research a lot beforehand and make sure that everything is up to date and up to code. Also, it showed me how difficult it is to push your original artwork, so I'm definitely going to have to learn more on that, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. We're going into the New Year's with more information, and we're going to get even better, guys. And that's a wrap for 2024. We are finally done with season 2 of our Artist Alley vlogs. This was quite the journey. Having good times, having bad times, seeing how we respond to them and seeing how we get right back up. I was so honored to have you guys along for the journey. I'm so happy for all the people that I met, all the customers that I had. Thank you guys again so much. I can't wait to see you guys in 2025. And the first con of 2025 is going to be KatsuCon. So see you guys for season 3 of the Artist Alley vlogs. Catch y'all later.